Welcome to the Makeup Room. I'm Casey Holmes, and if I had to choose between a Wookiee and an Ewok as my new BFF, it's a tough decision, but I'm going with Wookiee. I think the height difference would come in handy. Okay, now that we have all of that sorted out, thank you for joining me today. If you haven't guessed, I'll be showing you a stellar look inspired by the biggest movie of the year, decade, century, millennium, and yes, I'm talking about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Every Star Wars movie has a strong, feisty heroine, and The Force Awakens is no exception. British actress Daisy Ridley plays Rey in the new film, and her look is pretty badass. I'm going to show you how to master it, my young apprentice, on today's episode of The Makeup Room.
I'm no one.
So what I love the most about Daisy's look is she has a really natural face with like a rosy cheek and a rosy lip, but her brows are so beautiful and thick and just fluffy. So I'm gonna mimic that for you guys today. And if you want to see how to get this look, then let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start off by, of course, evening out my skin with some foundation. A nice makeup look just isn't complete without a good base. So I'm going to apply this all over with my beauty blender. You want to make sure when you're using the Beauty Blender that you do run it under some water and wring it out. That's going to give you the best look, and it helps soak up a little bit of excess product, and it just makes everything even and blend beautifully. So after we're done pouncing that all over the skin, I'm going to go back in with some concealer and put this underneath my eyes. Put it in the same areas as I always do because my dark circles are always more in the inner part. Then we're going to take that Beauty Blender again, blend it out and down. We're also going to take it onto the lid to even everything out. And it's always super important just to set your concealer so nothing creases throughout the day. So before we get into brows, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and do the eyes because they're really simple. She doesn't really have much going on her lid. She mainly has eyeliner on her waterline and then just a little bit of shadow smudged underneath there, not too much at all. So I'm gonna take this NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner. It's really great. It doesn't smudge throughout the day, so if you're looking for a really nice black one, this one's amazing. So we're gonna take this shade right here and just very, very lightly run it underneath the lower lash line. Like I said, she doesn't have too much going on, but there's just a little bit of shadow ran underneath there. So I'm gonna take my favorite pencil brush from MAC. It is the 219. I love this pencil brush so much. And again, just ever so slightly, run it underneath there. Just adds a little bit of definition, and it kind of goes along with her grunge theme. So moving on to the brows, like I said, she has really gorgeous fluffy brows that I'm obsessed with. So all we're gonna do is take the spoolie end of our dual-ended brush and we're just gonna brush through. And then my favorite product to use to get kind of the more fluffy look is this Anastasia Dip Brow. So I'm just gonna take some of that. So every time you're working with brows, you just wanna start off with a little bit of product and work your way up. So I'm just gonna start right here. I'm gonna fill in this part of the brow and extend it out a little bit just to give the illusion of a longer brow. I mainly like to start on the outer half and then work my way in because this part should be thinner than the inner part. So now we're gonna work our way in. And what I like to do is just go a tad bit over my natural brow line. So I'm gonna take it just a little bit right there. And then one of my favorite ways to kind of fluff up my brows is to take a brow gel. This one's from Anastasia. And I'm going to take this is in the color Brunette. And I like to brush my brow hairs up a little bit just to get more of a fluffy look. Then lightly brush a little bit of the hairs over. So just fluffing them up kind of gives them a not tamed, kind of really fun look. So I like to do that a lot. So now I'm just gonna apply a little bit of mascara just to define the lashes a little bit. Nothing too crazy because she didn't have really wispy lashes, but this is just gonna kind of deepen them up and make them a little bit more noticeable. And you can't really do a makeup look without lashes. And then moving on to her rosy cheeks, gonna take my favorite blush to give a rosy cheek look, which is Sensuous Rose by Estee Lauder. It's just so good, and it really gives the perfect amount of like rosy, flushed cheeks without making you look like you're super hot. And then for her cheeks, she has more of a rosy nude look. So I'm gonna take this L'Oreal lip color right here, and I'm gonna take this side. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this first. And what we're gonna do is tap it out. And it gives that natural kind of flushed look to your lips. Then just to kind of set a little bit in place, I'm gonna take this gloss, which has a little bit of pink in it. I'm just putting it right in the center, blending it out with my finger just to give more of a glossy look. And here's my full look inspired by Daisy Ridley in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. With a look like this, the dark side doesn't stand a chance. The movie opens in Regal Cinemas on December 18th, and you will definitely need to get your tickets early for opening weekend. Don't miss out on the movie event of a lifetime. Click the link below and get your tickets now.